The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us.
Holy fuck, are they nasty women. Good Lord.
Emily Watson is wonderful at playing a sadistic motherfucker.
Yeah, dead-faced, you know? And her sister. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's the one where I was like, oh.
Yeah, because at first you were just like, because they showed the
right, it was supposed to be the beef between the Harkonnens and the Atreides.
Right.
And, I mean, it made all the sense in the world. It's like, well, you know, how can you be banging the attractive Atreides
and then not have a baby?
Yeah. I mean, correct. I mean, granted, this is far into the future, but I don't know what their contraceptives are.
I don't know. They have full body contraceptives for like the swords and shit.
And you would think a Bene Gesserit would be able to
control it,
will the embryo out.
Was that before she knew she was a Bene Gesserit?
Yeah, I know. Who knows?
Well, no, because she could use the voice, I think. At any rate, Tula.
Yeah.
God damn, you evil woman. All the women in this show.
But she presents herself as like such like a demure
right
person, and then in the end, it's like you just keep making poor like you bring the wrong person back from the dead.
Right, I was going to get to that. Mother Raquel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we should have known from the jump that when we put this substance in this girl, that nothing good could come of it. Right?
Yeah.
She died.
Yeah.
And then came back to life as Raquel.
Well, I mean, she died, and then Tula brought her back to life because Tula felt guilty.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, is she Jesus? Like there was no, but no, she helped her.
No, but like I like that idea though of like she was effective. Well, and that's what I thought was weird because remember, like first her grandmother took over her body. And they were running the medical experiments to figure out that what Desmond Hart is plugging into is a nanovirus created by the machines.
Yep.
By Cyberdyne Systems, and
which is
I know.
I never thought I would see machines.
There's also because it's like we're not going to do a segment on it, but I've finished listening to the second book of Foundation, and you go like Frank Herbert. I think now, granted, Terminator came afterwards, so maybe. I mean, was that James Cameron, or was that like completely out of his brain, or did he base it on? But anyway, Dune fits really well in between the Terminator mythology,
right,
and Foundation. Like like you know, when you get to Empire, is post Dune, post the Atreides worm hybrid thing, but you know,
post Messiah.
Well, and I'm just saying is that going and looking at this,
fantastic. That thing.
Yeah, but you're just going like, well, which wouldn't blow my mind to think that. I mean, because like all those dudes, whether it's Frank Herbert, Isaac Asimov, Ray Bradbury, they all knew each other.
Yeah,
because they all wrote for the same magazines and shit like that. I mean,
right? Because we've already
not like they were like Kerouac and that bunch. Like
really, they weren't. It's like a sci-fi. Could you imagine that?
Oh my god!
What the fuck would those guys be doing?
That would be amazing if they're like, hey, let's steal a car and go to Mexico,
right?
And meanwhile, we're gonna
do a bunch of mescaline
and shoot guns while we try and plot this.
3 completely different stories, all on the same timeline.
That are all in the same
universe. In the same universe. Be fucking geniuses.
And then meanwhile, like Hunter S. Thompson just moves in and out.
Well, he's Shia Halud. He is Shia Halud.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So were the two eyes the butthole eyes, or is that the robots?
The robots.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Damn it! I really wanted it
that
to be
ripped out his eye.
Correct.
And implanted shit.
Everything and then put it back.
That was fucking horrifying.
And then that's why he always had to like do that to activate the nanovirus that cooks you from the inside.
Yeah.
Boy, and he is good at that.
But the Bene Gesserit, or the soon-to-be Bene Gesserit, has figured out how to cleanse themselves with their minds.
Yes.
As the virus is trying to kill them. It's fucking genius. Like.
Yeah, and I love the fact that we'll back up to Mother Raquel.
Yeah.
Her storming around without everybody like really knowing what's going on until she said something.
Yeah.
Was kind of fun.
Right. I mean, clearly she had a longer window in that body than the grandmother did, but
yeah, but I mean, she was
that's
down
where I was
there
going with that.
She was down there searching for her,
right?
In particular, like that's and get all the memories from right, whatever. That's why they hear the whispers, because it's the history of the nasty women.
It's all their predecessors in their family line.
Yes.
So like that part makes all the sense of like you've opened the door, so anybody from her family line,
right,
can come in.
And that's who she was specifically looking for. So it makes sense in my head.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it was the one that was done wrong with.
Yes. Which she finds out in her little.
Yeah. Which it's like
finds out that her friend
was it?
Who was it that killed her? Who stabbed her own throat?
Emily Watson's character. Well, I mean, that's
one who died.
Yeah, so that's Sister Raquel. And remember, that's the first person she used the voice on to kill themselves.
Right. And don't worry, they're going to do that in bunches.
And I get like it's an early, but they had that where as they're setting up the dead bodies at the bottom of the pond, which I really hope that's not their drinking water.
For a split second, I was like, they're on Arrakis and they had this water this whole time?
Yeah.
No. They just had a well of dead bodies.
But yeah, thankfully they never drank from, because all of them would have like dysentery.
Maybe that's the nana. Maybe that's how they get the.
That's the magic. That's the special sauce for the Bene Gesserit. But fuck, where was I going with it?
The water. The skulls, the dead bodies.
So when they set up like the mass murder of the sisters who don't want to follow them,
in the triangle,
the cone of silence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's great. Cone of silence.
Yeah.
Nice. You came up with that?
No, I think it's from Futurama.
Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense.
Which that's probably them making a Dune reference. But anyway, so
they bring all as
they're
kids.
Doing that, yeah. And so then as we find out the people who support Tula and
Mother Superior.
Yeah, thank you. Who then are these players as adults. But so they all start using the voice.
That's their villain story.
Right. And so the two acolytes, when they're using the voice, it's the voice as we know it.
Right.
Which it's like, and I still I don't get that production choice of Mother Superior when she's learning the voice, is that real like raspy, like large Marge.
Yeah.
Like, hey!
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and everybody else is like, kill yourself,
And they did kill people.
Yeah.
All of them.
Except for that one that becomes the super nervous old lady.
Yeah, except her.
What are you doing in there?
Okay. And then that was the start of the nasty women. So the infighting with the Imperial family.
Yes.
What is it with fucking these kings and their concubine? Is that what it would be?
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay. God, I can't believe I worked concubine in there.
Nice, yeah.
They all have one? Because throughout all the things we've seen, they have one.
Well, remember, so at the beginning of Dune proper, he's not married. But Rachel Ferguson is his concubine, and she's also a Bene Gesserit.
Bene Gesserit, right.
So
but he still had a wife.
Right. So I think, but say with Mark Strong's Emperor,
right?
Or it's not the Rickeses, it's the
Stolies or Stoltai, something one.
The Cannellones.
It's the
Stoolies. So like his son with his concubine is not in line for the throne. It's only the daughter
Correct.
who he had with the Empress. So,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's basically a bastard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Just bring it to Game of Thrones. But
although he was a weak ass bastard.
Yeah, he
that
was.
Dude.
Yeah.
He fucking turned on everybody. His own sister too.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
And he was the one, remember, that like fucked it all up because he decided he got pussmatized.
He did get pushed. Well, it happens.
Sure, but you don't divulge state secrets. I mean, come on.
What are you gonna do? Where was I going? Can we get to Desmond? No, we can't. There's not enough time. So that was the beginning of the proper sisterhood.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because
everything for the sisterhood, anything for the sisterhood.
Because
because she gives a speech about now this is the inception point.
But we know that the modern Bene Gesserit uses the voice.
Right.
So that's from Mother Superior.
Correct.
So I would assume like once she gets everything settled,
they still haven't told us how she got it.
Well, I mean, she just, I guess, I don't know,
they can control nanobots in their bodies.
Sure, or or
they're
like
witches.
Yeah, she hit puberty and went through a traumatic event and realized I can tap into every other woman in my past and then channel their voice into commanding people.
To moving pieces on a board.
But, yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
I mean, there's also like the weird like hand gesture, sign language shit. Like
and I know they have to do this so that they can truth say,
right?
So they can Bene Gesserit.
But
I mean
I would think the next season is going to be in with like once she gets everything settled imperially, then the
daughter.
No, Mother Superior.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And then like once she gets everything lined back up there, then it's like okay, I'm gonna take care of this little bitch and get my power back.
Yeah, well, she got taken out almost.
Yeah.
Mother Superior.
Yeah.
Because Desmond is that was the guy from Vikings.
Correct.
Never watched that show.
Yeah, but it's also the weird religion guy from Raised by Wolves. If you ever watch that. Yeah, remember like the people in the white jumpsuits?
I guess.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, yeah. Like that show needed one more season, I think. And it would have stuck in more people's brains.
Maybe I started watching it and couldn't get through the first episode or two. I don't know.
It was rough. I mean, it paid off in the end, but it was still Yeah, no, I mean I thought he was like Danish, but he's
not
Australian.
Of course he's fucking Australian. I thought he was Danish too.
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Nerla Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.